So hello everyone, and thank you for watching this video. My name is Stephen Jakes from Healing the Mind, and today I've got the pleasure of having Bobbie Leigh. Now Bobbie is quite an amazing individual who healed herself from a brain tumour, and today Bobbie's going to discuss her journey after her tumour and her healing journey, and tell us a little bit about herself, what she's now doing now, and how her life's evolved and got better since you started working with me and after the brain tumour. So let's introduce Bob. Hello, Bob. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us today. And I really appreciate you giving up your time to share your story and your journey. So let's start with Bobbie. Okay, so let's find out a little bit about Bob. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how your healing journey really has started and where it all went wrong and how you've progressed since then.
Okay, so I'm Bob. So I suppose I started coming to you because I had it was after the most epic meltdown I had ever had, after I managed to contract an aggressive form of brain tumour.
Okay.
So yeah, so that was that. I'd managed to heal the physical part of it, but there was a lot of trauma still running that was affecting my whole life.
Yeah.
Hence why I came to you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would like to say I'm quite a colourful, creative person.
Yeah.
Who nowadays I like to call myself, I've gone down the route of being an orgonite specialist.
So orgonite is what exactly?
So orgonite is a mixture of, the main materials is copper mixed with quartz crystals and other mixed metals, and all encased in resin. So what that does is it dispels, protects you from EMF waves and harmful radiation.
Oh, okay, great. So so you started doing that recently?
Yeah, in the last year. It's quite recent.
Okay, great. And it's successful, is it? I know I've had a few items from you. So,
yeah. You were the one that made me do it, give the encouragement.
Yeah, so tell a little bit about that. How did that happen?
Yeah, well, we were on a walk. I was having a bit of a funky day, and I didn't believe in myself that I could do it. Otherwise, I probably would have done it a bit sooner. But you gave me the encouragement to do it. Said, "Come on, Bob." So yeah, I did it, and nailed it first time, and surprised myself. It was just a case of needing the
that was telling you and encouraging you to start doing the pyramids, and that's sort of really, it's taken off really since then for you, isn't it?
Yeah, in a massive way.
Great. So that's what you're doing now, and obviously, like you said, you had a severe brain tumor. But so, how did you find out about me? How did you find out about me? How did you learn about me?
So we get passing each other at wellness events.
Yes.
So I kept seeing you do talks, and was quite intrigued by it.
Yeah. What was you intrigued about? What was it in particular?
Just because it was so different, and I'd never seen anything like it. And I've got to be honest, I'm quite open to a lot of things, but I was quite skeptical.
Yeah.
I was like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And yeah, so and that was I think I remember my first conversation with you was at the event in Tumor.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, when me and John did a talk there. Okay, so so what made you then, being a bit skeptical, what made you decide to come and see me? Well, how did that come about? So
I tried so many things and nothing really permanently worked. So I thought, you know what, I just need to try something new. So, and because I'd seen you so much and heard really good things, I thought, oh, that looks like a good place to start.
Yeah. And how did you, was that, was somebody else tell you to do that, or was that just
a really close friend of mine, Jackie, persuaded me.
Jackie Rand.
Yeah.
Okay, Jackie's amazing. Yeah, she's a lovely lady. So she persuaded you to come and see me.
She did.
And so you knew there was problems. So let's go into those. What were those problems? What were those problems? How are they showing up in your life, and where were you before you come and see me?
Yeah, because I was in such a bad place. It was just overwhelming. I just felt really lost. I felt very stuck, like what we call the victim mode. I just felt like everything was against me. Yeah. And I didn't really know where to turn. I was in such a dark place.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to get out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What was that more about? What had happened to you, or was you in the after effect of your life being changed so dramatically?
Yeah, because like it wasn't just the brain tumor itself. It was just like from that, I just lost everything.
Yeah.
I lost finances. I was in a really, really toxic, abusive relationship at the time. I was grieving over my nan because I lost my nan straight after I cleared it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had all sorts of going on.
Yeah, and I mean, in toxic relationships, people don't realise when they're in toxic relationships the damage it actually does to us.
Well, I strongly believe that is what caused it. The toxic environment and the actual relationship. It manifested into illness, and hence the brain tumor.
Yeah, which is what I talk about in the talk,
Yeah.
about all the stuff that all of our emotional responses, all of the stuff that we store, cause all of our sickness, illness, disease, and all of our problems, and sort of reinforces
Definitely.
that. Yeah. So let's talk about your specific pain points. When I say pain points, it's like whereabouts in your life was the things that you had wrong, whereabouts was that affecting you in your life? So where was that a pain point in your life? What was causing you your problems? What was you not able to do?
Oh, I couldn't do anything. I didn't have the motivation. I just had no energy.
Yeah.
And just, I couldn't get out of this, just feeling quite depressed, really.
Yeah.
It was affecting relationships. I didn't want to see anyone, and that's really not like me. I'm so sociable.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to go anywhere, do anything, because, like I say, I was lost. I didn't know where to go.
And how long a period was that for?
A good few months.
Yeah.
That's quite a long time when it's like constant every day.
Yeah.
And it was just, I couldn't shift myself out of it. And normally I'm good at doing that.
What's that like, not being able to get motivated to do anything?
Yeah, and it was just like, it was overlapping as well, like the days. Normally I wake up a bit funky, I can dispel it, but it was just carrying on.
Okay, so that's where you were at, and you was obviously struggling in life generally, full stop. So before coming to see me, obviously we all try different things and go to try different therapies and stuff. So did you try any other things? Did you try any other therapies, and what were you actually doing? And
I kind of went down the spiritual holistic route, so as a lot of people do,
which everyone does. Yeah.
Yeah,
looking for answers.
Yeah, with the whole bog standard, the crystals and the sound therapy with crystal singing bowls, massage, all that sort of stuff, you name it. I more or less tried it down that route. But the thing is, I think what people have got to understand is, there's a time and a place for them, but they just ease your feelings temporarily. It doesn't fix the root cause. So I was doing this because I was getting a high from it, but then it would crash because it didn't fix my problem.
It's because they're belief systems.
We
call it healing, but theoretically it just makes us feel good in the moment, which we think is healing, but isn't really healing. It just makes us feel good for a little while, like having a drink. It gets rid of the pain for a little while, and then we're back into the problem. So that's why. And what other therapies did you do? Any like counselling or anything like that? Talk about it? Did you do any NLP or anything like that? Nothing like that. Okay.
Oh, actually, one of my friends I tried EFT for a bit.
That's the tapping.
Yeah. That's it.
Cool. So you did lots of other therapies. So what made you decide to work with me? So after you come to the first session, and then obviously you knew a little bit about the brain, but I do the whole story about the brain and cause and effect, and obviously do the Orbed model, which I teach everybody that all your pain and all your suffering is created by you. It's nothing outside. So after the first session, what made you decide to work with me, and what did you learn?
I think I came to you because I knew you really knew your stuff for a start.
Yeah.
And I just felt that you could get me and really ninja in there because of really genuinely relating to trauma.
Yeah.
Which we could connect with. So that was handy. And I learned that I made a lot of shit up.
We all make.
And I also learned that I overanalyze absolutely everything that really wasn't helping my situation.
Because when we're analysing things, we're looking for answers, we go into the logical brain, we make shit up, and then we believe the shit we make up. And unfortunately, that becomes a belief and we behave from it. And we just create more and more problems, which is sort of what you tried to do. And I do understand that, you are looking to try and get better, but that is actually the problem, not getting to the root cause. So what did you learn? What else did you learn? That I'm mental?
No,
was it fun? Enjoyed it?
Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah. And you went away after the first session thinking what?
Oh, wow. Because you learn so much about how it works and how you get the traumas itself and how you store it and how it affects you. And
but what made you decide after the first session to come back and continue?
I just had this inner feeling that because it was so different that I knew it was going to work this time. Yeah.
And you experienced the healing after the first session?
Yes, absolutely instantly.
Yeah.
Which was all a bit crazy. I was just like, how does that work? Because we cleared some proper heavy stuff just in the first session, and I was just like, wow. And I'd been holding on to that for like years.
Yeah. And you remember your journey home?
Just about.
Yeah.
I was a bit spacey.
Yeah, it does make you feel quite
Yeah,
nice, doesn't it?
yeah,
Because it's clear the energy's gone.
yeah.
Okay, so you decided to come back, and we've done lots of work on clearing a lot of your stuff, a lot of the trauma, a lot of the pain, a lot of the hurt, the separation, the toxic relationship. We
Yeah.
covered a lot of ground in a short period of time. Like Bob's fortunate that she's very easy to work with and very quickly can heal very, very quickly, due to the amount of the response is very minimal with you, Bob, which is it's just a blessing for you, because some people can be complicated and take quite a long time, but I was able to get rid of quite a lot of stuff for you very, very quickly. So let's now go round after, you know, having worked with me for some time now. What are the 3 benefits now that you've experienced since working with me? What are the 3 benefits that you've had in your life? What's the 3 benefits Bob's had?
Well, I love the fact that I've learned now to be self-aware.
Yeah.
So like I'm still I still need a lot of, like, far to go yet, but at least now I can sort of become self-aware of it and go, all right, I need to. Whereas before I wouldn't have had a clue.
Yeah.
Things are a lot easier to manifest now.
Yeah.
Because when we clear stuff, obviously I'm a bit more in alignment. So and I just feel a lot happier in myself.
And your life's improved dramatically?
Oh, massively, yeah.
And what areas is it improved?
Literally everything. Relationships, because obviously once you're feeling better, it's like a domino effect, isn't it? You change the environment, how you interact with people. It's made me more motivated, hence so it's been able to help my business. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
So you were basically really in a pickle, and now you've got your own business.
Yeah.
That's really growing all the time. You've got a new relationship in your life, so to speak. Yeah, with different people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. And so things have really changed for you very, very quickly. Yeah.
Yeah,
by doing that work. So what's life like for you right now? What's really changed?
It's a lot easier. I feel a lot freer, and I feel really empowered, to be fair.
Yeah. Empowered how?
Empowered how?
Yeah.
Just for taking control of my life and know it's possible.
Yeah.
So when something hard comes up, you know, like, oh, I can fix that. Yeah. I've got something that solves it, rather than just getting all miserable about it, going, oh, how do I do this?
Yeah. So when you say you've manifested stuff in your life, like what have you've manifested that's changed for you, that you've been able to manifest in your life?
Better relationships with people.
Yeah.
Like you find that the people that no longer serve you just sort of drop out, because you grow apart from them, because you find you're a whole different person, which is handy. Because
a better person?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
A lot better person.
That's what I found. As soon as I started doing all the change work, all of the people just literally disappeared out of my life, which I did say to you would happen.
Yeah, and it's quite dramatic as well.
Yeah, and there is that phase in between, isn't there, of having all of the old people that don't serve you going away, and then the new, being able to attract new people in. So, but those people that you bring in are actually so much more beneficial for you and help you, and you tend to find that they help you and assist you on where you're going and what you're doing. So well, that's a positive as well. So let me ask you this next question then. So what surprised you the most, and about this whole, about what I do and what we've done together, and what's made you the happiest? What's been what surprised you the most?
How simple it was.
Yeah.
Because it's really, really not that difficult. The happiest is that for the first time, literally in my whole life, I've actually felt genuinely happy with myself and who I am, because now I find I'm resonating at my authentic self, which I've been able to do because I've cleared out all my shit.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. So what do you mean by how, be more authentic yourself? In what way?
I'm more confident at just
being you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice. Because when we are ourselves, life tends to work for us a lot better.
Yeah, and just accepting who I am.
Yeah.
And not feeling like I have to hide.
And project yourself to other people that you're always happy and everything. It's all living this big lie.
Yeah, exactly.
The majority of people are living lies. They pretend that they're happy and everything's great, but deep down they're actually broken.
Which is what I used to do. I used to just put a mask on, happy Bobs. Everyone knows me as a bright, bubbly person. and I was really broken inside.
Yeah.
And
well, that's that pendulum, isn't it? It's like, you know, what's going on inside, and when we don't like being that, we do the opposite of that, and then we project something else. You know, it's like I always say, if somebody's trying to convince you that they're a certain way, the opposite is always true.
Yeah.
And in many ways, that's how I found out a lot of your issues that you wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
Because you would say certain things or project certain things, and I'll go, yeah, but actually, is that true? And then when we went in, when we actually investigated, that was actually the problem. But because we become that, and that's our identity, we tend to operate and believe that's who we are. But actually, it's not. It's just we're moving away from actually what's really true for us, what's really going on for us. So, okay, so that's good. So it's good that you're happy. Now, so I'm going to ask you this. So if you were to recommend your best friend, okay, to me, what would you say?
Normally I go that it's too amazing for words to give it justice, really. So I normally give like a little story about one of my first sessions, where to get, you know, because
so what'd you say?
So basically I always describe that there was a time where I was in a right mess, and you know, the sobbing whole can't breathe, what they call ugly crying, because we'd shifted something up like really horrific. And then literally within minutes, you just like shifted the energy, and I was like hysterically laughing. I'm like, you can't get better than that. It's just like, how can you go from completely broken to uncontrollably laughing and really happy? And I couldn't, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get that really sad feeling back. Because it had just gone.
And we have all of those associated to a past event. So when you think about that past event, no, it's no longer there. All the pain, the suffering, the hurt, the beliefs change.
So I normally tell them to buckle up, because it's gonna
well,
because you're just gonna ninja in there and just get rid of it.
And
even if I don't know what it is, you can pick up what it is when I'm not aware of it.
It's great. So anything else you would say to them?
It's just absolutely mind-blowing.
Great. So we're going to move down to the second from last question, which was so you got 3 words to describe your experience. So when I say your experience, when you describe 3 words of your experience of what you've had as a healing and working through this process, what are the 3 words that you would use?
I think going back to the last question, I think I'd have to start with, first, it's mind-blowing. Because it's just like so amazing that you don't know what to do. Then the second one would have to be absolutely magical. Because it's just, life just gets so amazing that it just makes you really happy. And like you say, it's all twinkling. And then the third one, it has to, self-explanatory really, absolutely life-changing. Like, I've done a lot of stuff over the period of my life, and that was probably one of the biggest things I'd ever done for myself. With the biggest impact, like, ever.
So the biggest thing that event had in your life, and which is amazing. So thank you for that. And so we're going to finish off now. What's it like working with me? So if you're going to tell people what it's like, what's it like? What's the experience like of working with me? Is it?
I find it really exciting now. Because I know that no matter what I've got, you'll just fix it for me. And then make my life magical again. So I'm just like, yay. So sometimes, no matter how awful I feel, I know that I need to get, no matter how much I'm trying to sabotage it before, I just want to like come running here, because I know it's going to be all better afterwards. And because like we've been working together for a while.
Yes, we have,
But it's just, you never cease to amaze me, because every time you just smash it even more. And just when I thought you blew my mind the first time, you blow my mind even more. So it just, and I think the more we work on stuff now we're getting right deep, it's even stronger, the shift. It makes
the changes.
The changes are even bigger. And plus, I think the main thing for me is, because that was a big thing for me through everything that I've gone through, just the safety. You just made me feel really safe. Which I haven't really had that throughout all relationships. So I know I can tell you absolutely anything.
That's very kind of you. It's very kind of you. So I do my best, Bob. I do my best. So, and what else have you learned? It's because I cover a lot of stuff. So what is one of another learning that you've had from, working? I mean, what's one of the big learnings that you've had?
And big learnings. That you can like literally fix anything really.
Yeah.
Because
what about when it comes to illness and sickness and learning about that and what are the causes of that?
Yeah, well, everything manifests from what you're internally running. It's nothing to do with like environment or what you eat, or that's another thing. What you eat and the amount of oh yeah, that's a big thing, because obviously the effects that I had from my tumor, one of them, for instance, was weight gain. So, you know, I could eat as healthy as I want, be down the gym every day. It's still not going to work because I've got so much stuff running.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a good example, I suppose, because you can do everything. Everyone wants to, like you say, search for answers and other things.
Distractions.
Yeah, and until you sort your stuff out internally, nothing's going to change.
No, that's what I found. And then once I started doing this learning and found out about this and started doing all this, then my life changed dramatically as well. Okay, all right, look, well, thanks ever so much, Bob, for sharing your journey and what's happened and your experience with working with this. And I hope you'll be inspired by what Bobbie said, and maybe learning, and, you know, it's whatever's possible. Everything is possible now. And if you're looking for healing, if you've had past traumas, events, you've suffered road accidents or toxic relationships or anything that's happened bad in the past, all of that can be resolved and healed very, very quickly. So if you want to work with me, please reach out go onto my website, which is www.healingthemind.co.uk, or you can go onto my Facebook page. Other than that, I want to say thank you to Bob for coming along and sharing her journey. So Bob, thanks ever so much. Have you got anything to say before you leave? No, all done. All right, so thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and until the next time, I've been Stephen Jakes, and thanks for watching the video. Goodbye.